thought this was so nice of Dave. We have something here. And this morphs into something my children did this weekend. Biggie is really enthused about one thing that my daughter did this weekend, but it starts with my son. Dave had texted about a local golf tournament we have here called the Wyndham. And the Wyndham Championship was this weekend. It's a big deal around here. We had a lot of good golfers in it. I mean, it was big. And we know the tournament director who just stepped down. His name is Mark Brazel. Comes in from time to time into the studio.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Nice guy. But Dave texted early. He's like, by the way, if you don't want to know who won the Wyndham, don't look online because they had to start early. It'll be tape delayed on television because weather was coming. We had storms coming.
They wanted to avoid the afternoon storm.
Smart. So right there.
And played threesomes.
And Dave said in his text, they played early, they played threesomes, and fantastic finish. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch this without knowing who won the event.
Right.
And so I told my wife, I was like, don't look online, don't look. Let's, when it comes on, let's watch it. It'll start at 4 o'clock. We'll watch the last 2 hours of the thing, 2.5 hours, and really see, because Dave says there's a great finish to it. Well, meanwhile, my son was at the Wyndham. He's 16. Okay.
Yeah. Whose idea was that?
Well, we had tickets here at the station, and I got him tickets for Saturday. And he went on Saturday, and it started to storm later. And he said, I don't want to drive home in the storm. Can I spend the night at my friend's house? Now, he had no clothing except what he had on his back.
He does that any way, doesn't he?
Pretty much. So we said, yeah, to avoid driving home in this terrible downpour. He can't drive after 9 o'clock. He doesn't have his nines on.
Right.
So, all right, stay there. It was all right with the friend's dad. And then the next morning, he texted and said, they have tickets to the Wyndham. We're going to go back out for day 2. Still wearing the same clothes 2 days in a row.
Just covered up some acts.
Correct. Yes, so he did.
It's efficient.
Right. So a few things happened. First of all, we started watching. Okay, so we watched. And my wife says, there's our son. There he is. Right. She saw him on TV.
Spotted him on TV.
Oh. They were scanning the crowd from behind.
How great is that?
And we knew what he was wearing. He was wearing like a bright fuchsia golf shirt. And it was scanning from behind, so you could only see the back of his head. And I said, I don't see him. And my wife said, there is no doubt that's him. And she paused it on him.
A mother knows her son.
Mother knows her son. And she paused it on him. And she goes, look at the back of that head. You tell me that's not the back of his head? I said, I don't think so.
So you go back frame by frame.
And it's only the back now, okay?
Like a Zapruder film?
Yes. She's like, by God, that's him. So she paused it. She took a picture of the screen. That's how excited we're from. It's back. I said, I don't think that's him. And she said, look at that head and look at that shirt. A mother knows her child. Stop arguing with me.
It's the oldest bond there is.
Right. So she hits unpause. It swings around. Guy's got a beard like you wouldn't believe.
The camera kept spinning.
Smoking a cigarette out there. And it was like, oh, okay, I don't think that's it. Anyway.
Now she can't delete the pic.
Right now she's so we have a picture of this bearded guy in a fuchsia shirt out at the Wyndham. So meanwhile,
What's doing in our son's shirt?
So I text him.
He must have swapped with that homeless fella.
Yeah.
I text him and I say, whatever you do, when you come in this house, do not tell us who won the Wyndham. We are watching on tape delay.
Now, your son is 16.
That's right.
He's grown up in a world where things are spoiled all the time. The phrase "spoiler alert"
That's right.
is part of the lexicon.
Yeah. That's right.
He knows what a spoiler is.
Correct. I don't think he's ever really watched anything without he's never recorded a sporting event, not known who won it, and then watched it. I do that. A lot of people don't. I will do it. Because of our hours, I'll record Monday Night Football, and if I'm interested in the game, I'll watch it the next morning without knowing who won. Most people don't do that. Right. So I said to him, whatever you do, don't tell us who won the Wyndham.
And if he came home when the golf tournament was over, it probably would have been about 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But you wouldn't know until
I would
6.
have no idea. Okay. Well, he came home. Let me tell you how the golf tournament ended. 6-way playoff. Okay. He stayed at his friend's place for a while. Okay. He walks in. Adam Scott is in the 6-way playoff. He's looking at a 4-foot putt to win the tournament. Okay. He's got a 4-footer. My son walks in. I pause the TV. Okay. I'm ready to watch Adam Scott win the golf tournament. Okay. He's got a 4-foot putt. My son walks in. We say, how was the tournament? He goes, oh, my God, it was unbelievable. We wound up talking to Kevin Kisner, the winner.
Adam Scott with a makeable. If anything, he's money from 4 feet.
You believe Adam Scott blew it?
The last time Adam Scott missed a 4-foot putt was 1999.
I said to him, I told you not to. He goes, oh, but it was in it like 3 hours ago. I said, but I told you I'm watching it on tape delay. He goes, oh, I thought everybody knew Kevin Kisner won. I said, look at that. That's Adam Scott on TV putting to win.
Live for me.
Yeah. Live for me.
I'll tell you this. I thought maybe we got trolled by the Twitterverse because that putt was so makeable.
I know. Well,
because I knew Kevin Kisner was the winner, and I'm still watching. I'm watching Adam Scott, and I'm like, we must have got trolled because there's no way he misses this.
Well, all I knew was my son said Kevin Kisner wins. So I unpaused it. The announcers say, there is no way he'll miss this one.
No way.
As we'll vault him into the FedEx Cup standings.
It's obvious that Adam's...
Only an orangutan would miss this putt.
So I paused it. I turned to my son and said, are you sure Kevin Kisner won this event? He goes, I stayed till they gave Kevin Kisner. He won. I promise he won. I was like, what about this putt right here? He said, I don't know, but I know Kevin Kisner won. Well, sure enough. Adam Scott. They were ready to give Adam Scott.
Yes.
I mean, it was clearly.
I hated that for him.
I did too. I thought that was unfortunate because he had it. I mean, and he's a bigger name, Adam Scott than Kevin Kisner. But a good finish anyway. But my son, and I just wanted to strangle him for doing it. I could not believe it. Well,
so how did he meet the winner?
He was walking alongside the winner, and he said that he would just chat with him. Like he would say, like, what are you going to hit here? And
during the
this was before, during
his round?
Regular round. Yeah, he followed him for a while, and he saw Kevin Na on the putting green, and he said, "Hey, bro, walk one in for me today." And Kevin Na said, all right, I'll do it for you. And he did. He walked, he like putted and walked right after it and dropped it in, yeah. So anyway, my son was just beyond thrilled to be talking to
He's
all
on
these
top of the world in this tournament.
God. I mean,
NBA players, PGA pros.
Yeah. And I said, these guys actually talk to you? He said, oh, yeah. It was all him and the Swag Bros. They were all out there yesterday.
Oh, man. Yeah, if that had been you, walk one in for me, remove him.
Who's this man?
Yeah. I know. I saw this something
in the ill-fitting FootJoy boy shirt.
I wear my FootJoy boy for this tournament only because the FootJoy boy is part of this tournament.
You are a FootJoy boy.
I'm a FootJoy boy, and I have been a FootJoy boy for.
Really, he beat up a child for that shirt.
I don't think they've been a part of this tournament about 7 or 8 years.
No. I am a FootJoy boy. There's a guy. He has a teenage son as well, going viral today. His son had snuck out of the house. So he set a trap with his Ring camera. He rigged it for some lights to come on when the kid came back home with his friends. And he rigged it so the voice would say this.
Hi, Jesse. Next time, just say you want to go out so you don't need to climb through a window with all your friends. I hope you had fun, were safe, and didn't crap your pants when I started talking. I may go viral on TikTok with this. Thanks for the content.
Wait, what? Yeah, the son had snuck back in. And he had left the Ring camera to say that to him. Like, next time, just ask to go, wait, what? Yeah, that was his 17-year-old.
That's funny.
Now, my son just ruined the finish of the golf tournament. Meanwhile, Biggie knows about this. My daughter, she was really honing in on all our sins this week. And you know how biblical she is.
Were you guys on the sin wagon?
Yeah, she's very concerned that myself, and my son, we're on the edge of getting into heaven or not. She doesn't think we've done enough to get into heaven.
Well,
was this just sort of a thing that bubbled over, or was it an event?
Just a bubble over.
Predicated? Okay.
I think she feels there's too much cursing. She feels there's too much using the Lord's name in vain.
The son doesn't do that, does he?
He will say, oh, my God, a lot, and that really...
So that counts.
Oh, that counts, yeah.
Oof.
So she set
but
up...
I'm sure Daddy lets it fly.
Well, she set up a swear jar. Actually, Biggie, my wife sent Biggie a picture of it. He's posting on our social media. What does it say exactly on the swear jar?
I'm trying to zoom in here. It's 25 cents per word.
Yeah.
Okay. She added, this will pay for our trip to Disney.
That's right. She wants...
Which means you all swear a lot.
Wow. A trip to Disney on a swear jar?
Tickets included?
She is raising money. Well, that's a quarter right there. I mean, anytime you do anything like that, it's a quarter. And she said, my wife wasn't home when she devised this. And she said, so we're going to make it a quarter for any time the Lord's name is used or cursing.
Yeah, she wrote a whole list here. Any cursing, Lord's name in vain, or anything that disrespects our Heavenly Father that I overhear will be paid for.
Oh, there will be.
That's right.
Whose child is this?
So when my wife got home, she looked at it and said, what's this jar? And I said, oh, that's a swear jar. And my wife said, I'll be damned. We're not, this blank's not going to fly, you know, Jesus, blah. And I said, well, you owe it 75 cents right there. I mean, you just, and my daughter came around the corner and said, that's 75 cents. I mean, just that quickly.
Well, I told your wife, I said, I'd throw a $5 in to get ahead.
Yeah, might as well.
And her response is very telling. I'm a prisoner in my own home.
May I see the vessel, please, Biggie?
Yeah.
It's
right
just,
there.
She found a mason jar of some sort, just a jar sitting on the counter.
Well, not to paraphrase a movie we love, but you're going to need a bigger jar.
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt.
And in a cashless house, what you going to do?
I don't know. I might have to get her a credit card. Get her one of those things that hooks onto your phone, you know, to run your credit card.
Get a little Square app?
Yeah, one of those Square app things, because we're going to be charging quite a bit.
No sense in wasting time on getting coins.
I'll tell you, no. We're going to... well past the coin. Just keep track of it, and then we'll just pay it at the end. I'm telling you, to set that thing up.
She probably wants you to work on the honor system when she's not around.
When she's not around.
Well, she did say, if I overhear.
Yeah. You're probably right about that honor system. When she goes back to school, probably.
But Jesus hears everything.
Yeah.
You know, I got a text. This is another one. I guess this is about technology and so forth. We have a coworker here named Martha, and she was texting me about the Wyndham, about... our friend who runs the Wyndham, and
yes.
You know, and she texted after we'd gone back and forth about the golf tournament. She wrote me, and this was a text. She texted, "Demont coming back, $7.99," and I agonized over it and thought, what is Demont?
You got to parse it word by word.
Right.
Have I met Demont?
Demont. I was like, who's Demont? And why is he charging $7.99? So I'm thinking, who is Demont? And
Demont.
You know,
you can't ask who, because then you look like the idiot.
Right. So I go back to her and I say, can't wait to see Demont.
Jesus.
I'm glad he's coming back.
I said, can't wait to see Demont. And she goes, what are you talking about? And I said, well, you just texted me Demont's coming back, $7.99. She goes, oh, that's a wine I buy. I meant that for my friend Lisa.
See, it doesn't even involve you.
Doesn't even involve me. Instead of just doing the right thing and saying, what is
question mark.
I said, can't wait to see Demont.
Demont. I love Demont.
Stupid.
He's one of my favorite guys.
So stupid.
Martha drinks $8 bottles?
Yeah. Well, she said, don't. She said, yeah. She said, don't tell Chris Demm.
8. Martha.
She said, Kristen would be really upset at $8 a bottle of wine. She goes, your wife might like it, but don't tell Chris Demm. I know.
That's that 7-Eleven wine.
So bad, yeah.
Yes.
$8 bottle of wine. She goes, Demont's coming back. Oh, who's Demont? That's fantastic. I know.
Are they out of the kangaroo?
I shouldn't have told. I told her I should not have done that.